So hello and welcome to this month's episode of the Dentistry Gym. So in partnership with dentistry.co.uk, I've been making these free online classes to help dentists with things like pain, injuries, and just to have a happier, healthier life really. So in today's episode, we're going to be focusing on the jaw. So a lot of dentists see people with jaw problems, but I've seen a few dentists themselves with jaw problems. Okay, so if you don't have jaw problems, then keep watching, because hopefully you can learn something and hopefully you'll be able to help some of your patients with jaw problems, okay? So jaw problems are quite common. They're triggered by things like stress, especially I think a bit more so than other joints. But if we look at them, it's just like your knee or your ankle or your wrist. It functions in the same way. So if you give it the same things that help your knee or your wrist or your spine, then you can get the same results. You can feel better, have less pain, less headaches and things like that. So it's not something that needs some kind of special intervention compared to everything else. We say follow the same philosophy. We improve movement, improve strength, and we manage stress. Okay, those three things, you'll get pretty damn good results for all across the body. So if you're a dentist who doesn't have jaw problems, keep watching, because hopefully you can help some of your patients with this, or at least give them the video and then they can watch it and they can find some benefit from this, okay? Because grinding, clenching, tension headaches are quite a common problem, and I think it's one of those ones that people don't really know what to do about it, especially in dentistry. They don't really teach you too much about it except for giving someone a splint or maybe some Botox into the area. There's no other sort of conservative management. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on. So I think with the jaw, there's a lot more stress involved with the jaw, okay? It's a place that we tend to output our stress towards. So it's very important that when you're managing any jaw problems, you have to manage stress, okay? Because when you bite down like that all the time, no matter how much exercise you do or no matter how much stretching you do, if you're constantly pissing it off all the time by biting and grinding and stuff, then it's not really going to get better. You have to remove the irritant, okay? So one of the most important things is to just breathe, take a breath, take 6 breaths, take 10 breaths, take some breaths. Stop holding your breath. Okay, just relax, try and breathe, because breathing is the way that we can influence our nervous system, and it's one of the best ways to chill out, I would say, is the medical term for it. Yeah, chill out. Anyway, so let's start the class, okay? So we're going to focus on 3 things, is breathing, okay, movement, and some exercise. Okay, the breathing's going to help with stress, all right? The movement's going to help inject sort of synovial fluid into the area, help keep it nice and healthy, and the exercise is going to make it stronger, okay? A strong joint is a good joint, all right? So first things first, let's take a breath, okay? So into the nose, hold it, and then as you breathe out, allow the shoulders to drop down, relax, 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 relax again. Hold it, and good. Another one in and out. As you start to get deeper, try not to let the shoulders rise as you take your breaths in. Try and let the chest come forward, let the abdomen come out like that. So, and out. That's it, nice and relaxed. Relax the jaw, relax the face, relax the eyes. Hold it, and then shake that jaw about if you want to. Okay, so now that we're a bit more relaxed, we're going to move on to some movement. Okay, so the jaw moves in a couple of different ways. It goes up, down, side to side, back and forth, okay? So now we want to try and get some of these motions into the, get some of these movements into the jaw, because when you move, it's very good for a jaw, okay? Sometimes we only tend to move in little small amounts, because when we speak, we don't speak like this, well, I hope you don't. So we don't really get that full range of motion, and we're not eating massive burgers every day. So it's important that you try and get that range of motion back in. So we're going to start by going up, down, side to side, okay? So up, not up, down, side, up. So now I look like a cow, alright? And also, take your time. I realize how stupid I look right now. Okay, if you get any clicking or popping, it's okay. As long as you don't feel any locking, try and go as big as you can. So if you're struggling with that, break it down to pieces, okay? So up, down, and then side to side. So side to side when it's fully open, and side to side when it's closed. And when you're going, you're going to try and go as much as you can, okay? Obviously avoiding too much pain. If you feel a little bit of discomfort, that's normally okay. The main thing is to watch out for is if you feel like it's going to lock, then just don't go too far, okay? But you want to try and do this throughout the day. It's a good way to help relax the jaw because you can't really do this when you've got a clenched jaw. You can't like clench down, so you can't be super tense when you're trying to do that. You have to let the jaw kind of relax. So, okay, and the last of the motion is back and forward. So if I turn to the side, okay, so those are all the motions of the jaw. And it's good to inject these movements into your day, because it's going to help hydrate the joint, help it feel nice. Also, it's a very good way to relax, like I said. All right, so now that you've got that into your repertoire, I'd advise that you try and do that, whenever you can. All right. So the most important thing, like I said, is to remove stress. So try it throughout the day. Set an alarm on your phone. Try and do it before you brush your teeth or after you brush your teeth or whatever. Set like times in your day that you do these, okay? Taking some breaths and then moving the jaw, okay? Taking breath, move jaw, take breath, move jaw, take breath, move jaw. Just keep continuing, and then over time you'll find that you become more relaxed, or you become into more of a relaxed state. But you have to just keep doing it over time. If you're a stressed person, or you're under a lot of stress, your nervous system is constantly under attack, so you have to keep trying to relax it over and over again. It's like with a child. Imagine yourself like a child. Like if you see a child having a tantrum, what do? Oh no, it's okay, try and calm the child down. Think of yourself like that child sometimes. Said that you're not having a tantrum, you're just being stressed and tense and stuff like that. So you want to constantly be trying to calm yourself down all the time. And then when you get better at it, you'll get much faster at calming yourself down, and you'll be able to stay calm for longer periods of time. Okay, sometimes what will happen is you'll be calm and then someone will be like, oh, and you're like, oh my God. And yeah, you get stressed out again. So you need to constantly be trying to calm yourself down until you get to the point where things don't stress you out anymore. Okay, so now that you've got that under control, we're going to move on to the exercise portion. So the jaw is designed to open mainly like that. So what we want to try and do is try and stretch this. Now this is a weird one, just like this wasn't a weird enough one. This is a bit of a weird one. So you're going to use the palm, or so the web of your hand, okay, place it onto your chin, then this hand goes on top. Now it's going to be very hard for me to speak while I do this, so what you want to try to do is you're going to try to open your jaw, but with only your hands, okay? So when you're doing it, don't try to do this, all right? Don't try and open your mouth, just let your hands pull it down. You need to imagine that your jaw is going to fall off, or your jaw is going to be, dislocate, if you imagine, okay? Don't pull too hard because you don't want to dislocate it, but you need to fully relax the jaw, okay? And that's the hardest part for some people. So it's going to take some practice. You might find that you can't do it without opening your jaw. So what you're going to do is you're going to stay in that position, and we're going to breathe, and we're going to try and relax, okay? So remember the web of the hand on here and here, and then when you do it, you're going to be opening this way. So almost like you're trying to open in towards, if you're a male, if you have your Adam's apple, you can try and pull down that way, okay? So pulling in this way and allowing the jaw to open and stretch. You're going to go as far as you can to feel a stretch. If it gets very uncomfortable, just reduce how far you're going, okay? So here, here, and then, okay. So once you've found that position, you're going to hold that stretch. For me, it's around here, okay? So I can feel that little bit of a stretch through here. And then what I'm going to try and do now is for about the next minute, you're going to try and breathe and relax. You're going to try and get a little bit sort of more stretch out of it. So it's very important that you try and relax your jaw, keep the arms like sort of heavy and really let everything kind of go, okay? If it starts to get really uncomfortable, take a break or just drop it off a little bit, okay? So here. And relax. I had a very hard sleep like this, but I will try. So relax. Good. That's it. So keep holding. I can't speak like that. So keep holding, keep trying to breathe, keep trying to relax, try and stretch a little bit further. If you can't tolerate that long, just do it, 20-second rounds. Ideally, you want to try and get up to 2 to 3 minutes in one go, but if you can't, then do 20 seconds, take a break, do 20 seconds, take a break. Just build up your time slowly, okay? Remember, don't go too far that you end up hurting yourself, dislocating. It should feel a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a bit of a stretch feeling, but you don't want to feel like, oh my God, my jaw's gonna pop off or it's gonna dislocate, okay? So you want to take it really, really slowly, okay? But the most important thing is you need to relax, okay? Imagine the jaw is gonna fall off, imagine it's just gonna be hanging there, and then that way you'll help to relax all of those muscles through here. So that's the first portion, okay? So now, it's probably been about a minute or a minute and a half or so. So now you can come out of the stretch, okay? Now take a break, move around. Now the second portion of the exercise is an isometric. So if you've done Dentistry Gym, you're gonna be familiar with these, okay? Isometrics is just a fancy word that means that you're not really moving, okay? It's like, imagine if you're trying to push over a wall in your house. You can push really hard, but you're not gonna move it. That's an isometric exercise, okay? So when you do this, it's very, very important that when you start to do isometric contraction, you don't allow the jaw to close, okay? So a lot of people will do this, they'll bite down, okay? Not that. So what you wanna do is from here, that tiny little motion like that, okay? That tiny, tiny little motion. So from here, what you wanna do is when you're trying to bite down, don't do this, okay? Don't do that. What you're trying to do is a tiny little motion, a tiny little one. Okay, you just want to start to feel the muscles contracting. Okay, you don't want to move too fast. So I'll show you like this. Here. That's it. And now I can feel all of these muscles contracting. And then you're going to hold it. Okay, you want to hold for about 20 seconds. So let's go. Open up, stretch. Okay, bite down, just tiny bit. If you're struggling, look in the mirror, make sure you're not closing that gap too wide. Hold it. That's it. Hold. Good. Now take a break, relax, okay? Now see if you can go back into your stretch a bit further. What you should notice now is you get a bit more stretch in there. So now go deep into the stretch. And now when you do your next isometric, do it from that deep stretch position. Okay, so let's go and get a nice big stretch. And bite down. Good. Hold. Good. And slowly relax, come out. Ooh, feel the jaw working. Okay, if you feel like that's really difficult for you, then you can stop there. You want to build up tolerance. Some of you may only be able to do 1 or 2 of these and that's what you'll be done. All right, that's fine. But you want to sort of build up your tolerance so that you're building, just like you build up to the stretch. You're starting with 20-second rounds and then taking a break, but you want to build up to 2 to 3 minutes, and then you want to build up to 4 to 5 rounds of this isometric exercise. As time goes on, you also want to be trying to bite a little bit harder. The goal is to increase the strength of those muscles as well as the flexibility. Okay. So those are the 3 sort of main avenues that you want to target when you're addressing any kind of jaw problem. So we're going to review them again. Number 1 is stress management, okay? Constantly throughout the day, remind yourself to breathe, to relax your jaw. Breathe, relax your jaw. Set reminders on your phone. Set 10 alarms on your phone. Sometimes you can stick something onto your watch like that, okay? And every time you look at your watch, oh, relax my jaw, relax my jaw. Constantly be trying, okay, relax, relax, relax. And the more you do it, the better you get it. Because a lot of these habits, these grinding, clenching, they're what's called centrally mediated, so they're just like sort of in the background, you just do them without thinking, okay? So in order to undo that, you have to think about it, okay? So you have to make the unconscious conscious in order to change the habit. So it's very, very important that you set reminders for yourself on your phone, wherever you can, to constantly be doing it for a couple of weeks at least. And then as time goes on, you'll become much better at doing it more efficiently, So you won't have to do it as much, all right? And then once you get better, you'll notice that your jaw feels a bit better, okay? Then doing your stretches as well daily, trying to improve the range of motion, trying to get a bit more motion in there, okay? Moving wide, in many different directions, trying to get as much range of motion out there. The main thing is to just avoid if you feel like it's gonna lock or it's gonna dislocate, okay? And the last thing is to build up that strength, to get that isometric strength back, okay? Because the jaw, like any other joint, it works better if it's nice and strong. If it's really strong, if it's got lots of strength in it, then it's usually a lot happier, okay? And often that when we start to stretch it, with people who have jaw problems, you find that you can't open that wide. Doing these isometrics is gonna help to increase that range of motion and help to make those muscles a bit happier, a bit healthier, okay? Well, I hope this has been an informative Dentistry Gym for you. A little bit different today. So if you're a dentist and you don't have jaw problems, then hopefully you can maybe show this to one of your patients, and hopefully this can help them. All right. But last thing, if you guys like the content, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe at the bottom, and I'll see you next month. Bye.